In high school movies, cafeteria food often gets a bad reputation, portrayed as bland, monotonous, and sometimes plain disgusting. But during lunchtime at PHS, students flock to the Tiger cafeteria for everything from pizza and salad to curry and quesadillas. This year, it was announced by Mrs. Burge that students would no longer be receiving food from the old provider, NutriServe, but instead from Pomptonian Food Services, a company that aims to provide customized, high-quality, locally sourced food. But is this new food really better? Let's take a closer look.
To find out, we talked to students, PHS Principal Ms. Burge and Assistant Principal Ms. Murata, and even Matt Vidovich, an ambassador from Pomptonian Food Services. Pomptonian Food Services, following the motto, bringing farm to your school, is a New Jersey-based food service aimed to serve nutritious and tailored food to students. Now, what do PHS students truly think about our new food service provider? Many students have expressed positive reactions to the new food, praising its quality and variety compared to last year.
What do you think about the school lunch this year compared to last year?
I mean, the quality has definitely improved, and so is the price. The price matches the quality, so it's definitely worth it.
On the other hand, there are also negative opinions, especially towards the increase in prices and the replacement of old snacks from the previous provider.
Yeah, I think it's horrible, because this three things cost me like $10, but the $10 is so expensive now.
There are varying opinions regarding the price and affordability of these foods. But why was the switch made in the first place? Let's find out.
So up till last year, for about a decade, we had NutriServe. They were a good company and worked with the district and supported our students. With the renovation of the new space, as well as with various interests expressed by the community as well as students, we began to look to see if there are other options that are available to the district and to our students. Mrs. Ligas ran a survey. A lot of data was collected, so we used this data, and then the district sent out what's called an RFP. Basically, it's a document that asked companies to submit their proposals. We identified that Pomptonian, they have more options for fresh food, healthier food. That was important. They have more vegetarian options. That was important to our students. And they also expressed an interest to extend the operating hours. So like Tiger Cafe is open now, the concession stand in the pack is open. We're seeing what works, what doesn't work. I've heard lots and lots of great comments. I also heard that there was one pizza yesterday wasn't that great. Part of what we do is to work with people to make sure that they continue to enhance their services. So they went out and explored different pizza shops. They found a new one in Montgomery. I think it's Entailed. Yeah, so lots of kids like that. We're looking into mobile deli.
A mobile deli. It's still something that's in the works because it was initially in the plan, but when things are getting done, lots of hands in the pot. But anyway, so now they're trying to bring the deli back. We're still working on it. We're still in talks, but that's where we are right now.
Now that we know more about what went into the switch, let's learn more about our new food service.
What do you think differentiates the Pomptonian Food Service from other food services?
A lot of people think every food service company does the same thing. The difference with us is that because we're a family-owned company, we're still very flexible in being able to change. So we're able to kind of trend with how students are trending with eating. A lot of what we serve is regulated by the USDA. Mm-hmm. So you'll see a lot of the same things that you were seeing with previous companies, and there's not much we can do in terms of that. But we do encourage our chefs and our cooks to kind of go with a more scratch prep. So in our definition of scratch prep, it would mean that we're bringing in actual raw product, where you might be used to getting chicken fajitas, for example, that were frozen. Mm-hmm. We're gonna try and bring in real chicken breasts and cut them down and cook them ourselves. It just makes for a better product. It's the less time that any meat was in a factory, the better. So we'll try and do more stuff like that where we're physically preparing it on premise. We work with local New Jersey farms. We work with this company called Zone 7, and they bring in foods from farms all over the state, and we actually serve you what is being grown in state, in season. So your apples at times are going to be New Jersey apples. Your blueberries are going to be New Jersey blueberries. During the seasons that we can serve things that are in season, that are grown in our own state, we do that.
For this school in general, do you think that the food service did anything in special? Like Ms. Burge mentioned that we wanted more vegetarian or vegan options.
Mm-hmm. So we had a great meeting over the summer where we met with Princeton, the business administrator, as well as a few parents from the PTA. A few of the things that they had mentioned was that they wanted the ability for students to be able to use credit cards to ring up their sales, which would allow kids to kind of have a little bit more flexibility. Mm-hmm. So we're working on that, and that should be starting soon. We talk to you guys to see what you want, and then we try and build our menu to be what reflects the students. We have NAC meetings. When we started up, I'd invite you and anyone that sees this to attend it. We meet with the students, we meet with the local parents, we meet with even teachers to kind of see where we're at. And then what we'll do from there is we'll tailor the menu to be exactly what you want.
All right, we've learned a lot about Pomptonian and what makes it special, but the real test is our own taste buds. Let's try some of the new cafeteria food.
Personally, I think that this year's lunch was much better than last year's. Now they have so much variety, so even though the line is long at first, after you go around 10 minutes after lunch, the line is shorter, yet there's still a lot of food to get. So overall, I think this year was an improvement.
So here we have like this chicken, cheesy flatbread situation with some lettuce on the side. And I actually really like this. This is one of the first times I've tried school lunch, and I actually like it. It's pretty good. I think this was overall a very nice switch to this food provider. PHS is always striving to provide the best for its students, and it seems like switching to Pomptonian is a step towards creating a higher quality menu that caters to a variety of tastes. Students can help make Pomptonian service and our lunches even better by expressing our opinions to the student council and attending lunch discussion meetings with Pomptonian. There's one coming up in October. Together, we can tackle stereotypes of mystery meatloaf and stinky cheeses and move forward into nutritious and delicious school food.